How do you debug Python exceptions that only appear in production? Imagine trying to fix a problem that only shows up when your application is live and serving users. It can be frustrating because you can't just run your code step by step. Today, we're going to look at how to handle those tricky Python exceptions that only happen in the real world, not in your development environment. First, remember that traditional debugging tools like the Python debugger, which lets you pause and step through code, are not practical in a live setting. Instead, focus on gathering as much information as possible without interrupting service. Start by adding detailed logging around the parts of your code that might cause errors. Log the exception type, message, and full traceback. Use the Traceback module to get the complete call stack, which shows you exactly where the error happened. You can also use the sysmodule's xcinfo function to capture the exception details at the moment it occurs. This gives you the exception type, value, and traceback object. Logging these helps you piece together what went wrong after the fact. For even more context, if you are using Python version 3.11 or newer, you can attach notes to exceptions with the addNote method. This allows you to add details like user IDs, timestamps, or application state without changing the original exception. When writing your exception handling blocks, try to catch only the exceptions you expect. Isolating errors makes it easier to log the right information. Avoid catching broad exceptions unless necessary, because that can hide the real cause. Centralized logging and monitoring tools are also very helpful. They collect exception data from multiple servers or services, making it easier to spot patterns or recurring issues. Some tools can even handle exception groups, which are useful when multiple errors happen at once in concurrent tasks. If possible, try to reproduce the production issue locally or in a staging environment. This can be tricky but is often the best way to understand what's happening. If reproduction isn't feasible, relying on the logs and notes you collected from hypotheses. Then, test potential fixes in a controlled environment before deploying them back to production. To sum up, debugging production-only Python exceptions is about detailed logging, capturing exception information with traceback and sysxcinfo, adding contextual notes, carefully structuring your error handling, and using monitoring tools. Reproducing issues in a safe environment based on your logs can also make a big difference. This approach helps you diagnose and fix bugs efficiently without needing to be physically present in the live environment.